live? Yes, we are. Hello. So, if I don't know if I mentioned this, but on Tuesday, not Tuesday, Thursday, I went to my first con. I did get a few things, spent things as merch, and I'm gonna show off some of them. Not all of them, because, well, the thing is, I'm gonna have to use the Prism Lens app, and I'm waiting for my phone to charge, so I might as well talk about my experience. I unfortunately only went one day, both because, well, one, I only had asked for one day off, and two, it was part of a group activity with only one ticket. That being said, I think I will try and go to SakuraCon this year. In fact, you know what? I'm curious. Okay, yeah, like, it is very possible for me to go. Like, it's from the 18th to the 20th. So I guess the question I have is, what day should I go? Hi. Well, so for that. They haven't announced the schedule yet. In case you're curious what I'm so focused on, well, it's actually setting up a figurine. And the parting question fell somewhere on the floor. Give me a second. It'll turn up eventually. I'm just hoping that when it does, it's not... Up, I found it. The figure I got is kind of unusual. In fact, I'm not going to be able to use it for its intended purpose. So you know what? Let's show off the one thing that I can actually show. I got that I can show without actually, like, using my phone. Or rather, things. This is the first thing I got. It's a plush of Ina from HoloLive. I'm going to get it right now because I might as well take the plastic. think that's like on the stand E off. I'm not sure how I get it to balance. It always feels so satisfying just taking this off. Like, I will upload... A photo of it, of like the standee with the plastic taken off later. There we go. Nice and shiny. I got it to like be positioned where or it's not immediately falling over. Like, this is actually pretty good quality for a fan plush. Like, Abigail Sterling is the name of the artist if you want to check them out. But, like, honestly, if it wasn't for the... Starling, not Sterling. I was looking... I misremembered the names. Name, like... But, like, she does pretty good work. Like, I would not be opposed... Would actually vouch for her, or if, like, she actually wanted it to, like, try and pitch this as, like, an official HoloLive plush. Now, there's one other thing I got of note that I can show you without using my phone. This is not Gunpla. This is a Macross model kit. Now, why did I get this one in particular? It's because of who the pilot is voiced by. I've been meaning to watch Breaking Bad because I know I probably will at some point, like maybe like this year. Tell you what, if I go corporate and like I end up going on hiatus and I have a large gap, I will use that time watching Breaking Bad. Like, I'll have at least the first season or so finished by the time I debuted as a corporate VTuber. Anyways, in case you're curious what I'm like so focused on, like there's another thing I got. Like this is one I kind of regret because of how like I'm having a hard time holding it, but oh well, like setting it up, but oh well, you know what? At least the figure looks good. Like it's at least I didn't like accidentally buy a really bad bootleg or something. It's a Furryu noodle holder, which I'd actually never heard of. Like, in fact, let me hit my browser up so like. This is what it looks like, or what it's supposed to look like. In case you're curious what browser I use Vivaldi. Like, I decided, you know what, when I got a new computer, let's try some browsers I've never used before. Like, I use Brave mainly for when I'm not, like, I'm just, like, browsing for fun or working on my stuff, but Vivaldi is my go-to streaming browser. And I just realized that I forgot to install the Prism Lens app. Ooh, I know what I can do. Just taking photos. I'll just, you know how I said I'd post these on a Twitter thread later? I think I will do that actually right now and just show them on stream. I also got like a mystery box of items, I guess you could say. In fact, you know what? I'll just post that. I'll just let Briley see them since I highly doubt she's watching this stream. There is a few more things I won't be showing that I got. The first of these are 3 comics, which I'm not showing because, well, they're in bags and I don't want to get my greasy fingerprints on them since I'd want to read them. Like, if I had some cloth gloves handy for both my hands, like thin ones, mind you, I would gladly show it. Anyways, here's a print that I got of Silvervale. I would have actually gone with Snuffy if they had if the artist in question. I have their card. Let me see if I can find it. Like, Kat Amore, that's her name. I tried to actually see if I could like meet her in person, but since like she had like a booth, but alas, every time I went there, she was absent. I might have actually been able to like meet her today if like I'd gone to all 4 days. But then again, I don't know if she would even still be there. And this one is one from a different artist. I forget his name, but it's a Mori Kailopi one. All right. So, now for the moment, and I've kind of been excited for. There was this place that was doing like illustrations, and I got like a 4 for $30 mystery box one. I will post the results on Twitter, so if you want to see them, go there. But let's see what I got. Okay, first one is basically The Last Supper, but with Hatsune Miku, Ruby, Cyberpunk, Genshin Impact, ReZero, Evangelion. Basically a bunch of like popular characters. Next one is Spy X Family. I have not seen that, mainly because I fell out of watching anime. I have been meaning to get back into it. Third is, I believe, Eve Hunter x Hunter, like Chairman Nendero or something doing the... Or wait, Master Roshi. He doing the Kamehameha. And, ooh, that's interesting. Giorno with Golden Experience. It's overall pretty decent haul. Like, I do not hate any of the series that I got. Yeah, if you're curious what that Cuck Sheriff Skyrim mod is Briley and I are politically kind of on the same scale, and we do enjoy like making fun of people like Sneeko, who are, like, politically we're on the same side, I should say. Hey, so people like Sneeko are kind of like punching bags for us. Like, here's the thing about the keep politics out of VTubing rule that I've seen some people like throw around. I would actually agree with that statement as long as it was used consistently. I've never seen it used against someone like Red Says Desu, or, well, Powder, if you want a more recent example. If you're going to apply that rule, it should be applied equally. Make VTuber or culture completely apolitical. Oh. There were also like a few celebrities, like the comic book artist I got to sign it was not someone I'm particularly familiar with, but oh well. I just realized I should probably add my music, my BGM tracks back to the stream, since it does sound pretty boring without them. there was actually this whole mystery box stand that I did seriously consider getting. Like, if they had a Gundam one or a Stalker one, I would have actually gotten one. There was one thing I would have gotten if I'd actually cosplayed. Like, they had this stand of, like, prop weapons. If I had dressed up as, like, a Stalker, the one from the franchise of the same name, like, oh, hey, I was wondering, if I had forgotten about where, like, I had put the setup. Like, I might as well explain how I have, like, my stream overlay set up. I have it set up in layers so that, like, it looks like I'm using a photo. Like, the whole thing is basically supposed to be, like, one of those, like, manila folders with Intel. Like, I probably will go for a very different design when, like, I get a new overlay. Like, I just realized how far off track I'm going, but you know what? I'm probably going to stream in a few minutes, so okay, I was like, I had like saved, I had some like stuff from a previous notepad session. Saved, but anyways. Like, you know what? Let's do some planning of, like, future stream editions right now, shall we? Like, a logo is going to be the first thing that I will actually commission. An overlay, maybe. I think after that, the next thing is going to be either an overlay or music. You know what? Let's also add some other milestones. Like, I would not be opposed to just, like, using some Photoshop stuff right now if I could, like, just use them, but if I could just like put them on there and you guys would use them, but unfortunately that's not the case. So you know what? Like I already have an idea for the overlay in mind. Like you know how out like in the early 2000s to mid in like the mid to late 2000s there was the style you saw in like games like Guitar Hero or Madden where everything was like out of like a notepad with like pencil sketch. It's just like if you want a particular idea of something I'd want, go look at Guitar Hero 3. That's something I would want similar to. Although if I can think of like a spy themed overlay that would be better than my current one, I'd also go with that. What else is there that I would need to commission aside from a live 2D model? Like, if I could actually draw that worth if I had the skills to actually draw worth a damn, I actually would probably have like drawn my own model and like just commissioned someone to rig it with to do a live 2D rigging. Unfortunately, not only do I have no drawing talents whatsoever, like I am terrible with holding a pencil still. Now, I know you might be wondering about more unique design. Well, here's the thing, like, I would say that my design is, like, decently unique. Like, you could pick it out, but It's also a bit on the generic side. Like, it's more so because you don't see a lot of VTubers wearing, like, suits, especially non-black ones. Like, I'd want some additional stuff. Like, I don't know, like a lapel or an insignia, that sort of thing. And also maybe, like, some changes to my face. It's like, not, maybe like a scar or something. Or like a tattoo that's not like too embarrassing. I don't know. Like, if you guys can come up with anything, feel free to leave them in the comments or chat if you want to participate. Also, if you who haven't noticed, I got Pam Obake Pam mouse cursors installed. Ooh, that's something I could use. Like, this was not what I expected this stream to turn into. Okay, I can't think of anything else I could add to this list. So, but if you guys are like watching the VOD and think of anything I should add that would make sense for me to have on here, by all means, feel free to show it off. I would have actually like physically shown off what I got on stream if it hadn't been for the fact that, well, I forgot that I need the Prism Lens app on my computer. So you know what? I'm going to call it a stream right here. Tomorrow I will return to streaming Knights of the Old Republic. And Thursday, I hope I have my next video out. It's going to be a big one. Oh, and also speaking of future videos, I am going to do a follow-up to my last one for April. Because, well, not only is the guy in quest... the guy who was the subject seriously crash out in response, and he hasn't even, like, responded saying it to my video. I'm not saying, like, he hasn't commented on it, which I wasn't expecting him to do anyways. Hell, I don't even think that, like, you should have to do that. Like, if he actually knew he could debunk it, then I would want him to, like, comment or help. Even just DM me directly with the evidence debunking it. Or rather, I guess, emailing it. Like, I will never block anyone on my Proton email, since I want that to be, like, the one hotline anyone can access if they have the means to, like, dispute any allegations I cover against them that I cover. But, like, he proceeded to basically ignore me, and he also rebranded. I'm not going to say who, since in the event that he does watch this, I don't want him to get spooked, since I still am gathering evidence. But yeah, what I will have done by next Sunday is, for one thing, my video, and I will also have my BGM added back to the stream. And I will actually set up Stalker and Anomaly. Like, last time I tried to stream the game, well, it didn't go as planned, mainly because it turns out that if you use WinRAR to unzip things, unzip a 7-zip folder, it doesn't always get at everything. I did not know that. I have both installed, and although honestly 7-zip is the better program, like, I guess if you're going to go with one, only go with 7-zip. But anyways, I've got to go edit my video, and fortunately the BGM is actually very easy to get back, since I actually did upload everything on my Mega cloud. So I'll go download that. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm Andreas Rubel, and I'll see you on my next assignment. Later.